Yo, what's poppin'? It's Tommathan. We have unprecedented news. I did not see this one coming. If you saw this one coming, you were A, lying, or B, a wizard, a witch, a fortune teller, a future person, or you just know something. And you gotta tell me what else you know. Straight up. If you saw this coming, you are next level. You're next level. Merritt, who was just announced to be leaving Houston a few days ago, has been traded to Florida. If you thought that Florida were going to improve on Hydron XE, I don't know how they would. I was like, I don't know. Where from who? How? With what money? What dollars? Where's the money coming from? You got Albert got a little bit of extra stack of cash under his mattress, bro. Like he's giving out. Like not only do they pay Merritt now, but they also traded for him. They had to give Houston something. Surely there were other people on the phone. Yo, give me Merritt. He was one of the best Sojourns last season. I know you don't want him anymore. You want Happy or something, right? And Houston went with Florida. Now, I'm kind of thinking maybe there were some other teams that were calling that were like really high profile. Like maybe Shock was like, "Yo, can we get Merritt?" And Houston were like, "No, I don't want to give Merritt to Shock. Why would I make Shock better? We're gonna make Florida better because they're not as close competition." Honestly, I kind of think that might have been a factor, right? They weren't just strictly trying to get the most money for Merritt. They were probably thinking, "We don't want to give Merritt. We don't want to give one of the best Sojourns from last season to another team that's going to compete with us at the highest level." Because Houston, they're spending big, right? They are spending big dollars. So they don't want to give Merritt to someone else who's spending big dollars. That's kind of makes sense. That's what I'm thinking right now. And that's how Florida ended up dealing Merritt. Um, and honestly, that line of thinking might not work anymore because Florida is looking kind of scary. You have someone who is probably one of the best tanks you could get, especially as a solo tank, super flexible on everything, right? He can do it all at an extremely high level. Now your DPS line is Checkmate plus Merritt plus whoever this mysterious little tracer is at the back that's a little blurred out. Kind of a long name. Don't know who that is. Could be a contenders player. No idea. But that's a scary DPS line by itself already. And then the only support they have is RuPaul plus that funny little Lucio guy in the back who we don't know, we can't see. But I'm sure we'll see soon at some point. So Florida's looking kind of scary. That's a really good core. I don't know. I don't know who's next. I couldn't tell you who that blurred name is. It looks like a longer name. So my initial reaction was, oh, Choice A1. But how in the hell would you swing that one? How are you getting Choice A1? I don't know if that's even possible. And for the Lucio, I know it's a pretty small name, maybe a Fixa angle. I could see a Fixa angle, probably just some Lucio guy. Maybe someone from contenders, maybe a half. I could see a half there or something. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. A half's not even a Lucio player. Ignore that. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But I can tell you, Florida is looking much more scarier than I thought. I thought they'd go off, pick up some little guys, oh, these guys have potential. Nobody really wants them. They're diamonds in the rough, standard Florida stuff. But fuck it, Merritt, I guess. It'll be very interesting because this is a very unexperienced team still. 3 of them are rookies so far, and then Checkmate, who is technically had a sophomore season last year, but realistically, season 4 was not really a rookie season for him. I feel like Checkmate felt more like a rookie. He was on tank, man. He was doing some stuff. It wasn't the Florida team that was very inspirational, right? So I would say relative to, the actual league at this point, Checkmate feels also kind of unexperienced, inexperienced even, unexperienced, LOL. So it'll be very interesting to see how these players follow up on their rookie season because they've all had pretty successful rookie seasons. Even RuPaul came in and surprised. I'm looking forward to this Florida team. I'm very interested to know who that Tracer is, who that Lucio is, and how they slot into the team. Well, obviously, it feels like they're going with a RuPaul only then, if they're only teasing these two, and then RuPaul's are only flex support, which I want to doubt, but at the same time, he hasn't given me any reason to doubt that. You know what I mean? I feel like I should be doubting RuPaul, but is there any real reason to doubt now? He had a pretty good season. Overall, his BAP had some great moments. So I don't know. I'm very interested in what Florida's cooking. I think this team will be maybe not at the same level as Houston because they're not spending that much money. And Checkmate isn't quite at the same level as like a Pelican or something like that. I think he still is a little inconsistent before you can put him up there, but he has had some nice flashes, and maybe they'll sort it all out. Who knows? But anyway, that's that. I'm probably gonna be streaming later, probably talking about who I think was the best at each character. Probably do a stream about that. Maybe top 5. Not just gonna do top 1. I'll do top 5. We can talk about it a little bit. So tune into that later if you're interested. 7 p.m. I'm aiming for. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for pulling up. Have yourself a good one. Like the video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, all that. Deuces.